so Cubs fantasy broadcast fan show thing. I'm Spencer Laux. Welcome. The Cubs are doing very poorly lately. They've lost 4 in a row, and now they're going to go play. Hold on, making sure. Yep. Today they play the Pirates. The Pirates are really bad right now, so let's hope that can continue to happen. For those of you that are new to the stream, I basically, by the way, I did my hair today, which has not been the case lately, and I'm wearing the jacket that I haven't worn in a while, and the shirt, and I'm not sure if I've lost this Cub shirt, but it's been so long since I wore the original getup that I can't remember. But we're going to stream a Cubs game. I'm going to do commentary. I'm going to talk to my friend and comedian Caitlin Dorsett a little later into the game, or well, probably pretty early. I told her I'd call her around 2:30, I think. So that'll be fun. I might give Gerald a call. He's always fun because he's just a joke machine. For those of you who just know Gerald, I literally refer to him as a joke machine. All right, ooh, Chris Bryant is we're gonna have him lead off, but his energy's getting low, so they might tell me they might be like, hey, don't pitch him. Hold on, I also want to see. Trey Williams right-handed. Okay. Chris Bryant in the leadoff spot. Anthony Rizzo in the 2-hole. Wilson Contreras after the day off will be in the cleanup spot. We'll put Schwarber in the 3-hole. Baez there. Jason Hayward there. You know what? I don't want to start Ian Happ. Ian Happ did very poorly yesterday, and I have a soft spot for Albert Almora Jr. So put it there, and Jason Kipnis has been cold, so we're putting Nico Hoerner in there. We're just fucking all over the place with this lineup. Yeah, although it might, like I said, it might say, change Chris Bryant. That's what I'm guessing it's going to say. We'll see. Is our energy low? Chris Bryant, replace player. So, who to replace him with? Sorry, my brain's kind of trying to figure out how I want to go about this. Does Wilson still have outfield? He still can play left field. Okay. This might look really weird. And Schwarber can play catcher. So Caratini, what's Caratini? Sorry, this is usually more complicated than I get with things. But I might... Oh, he can play first. Okay. Never mind. This is easier than I thought it was going to be. We will have... Whoops, what did I just do? We will have Victor... Yeah, Victor Caratini is... it's exactly what I meant to do. Victor Caratini is going to play third. So not only is he getting a start when he doesn't usually, he is going to start third. Anthony Rizzo, one of the best leadoff hitters that the Cubs have. Yeah, we'll see what else. I'm letting Baez be the cleanup guy. Let's give him a chance to shine. He's been very not good. But let's see if he can turn his fortunes around. Here we go. Cubs versus Pirates. How's everyone doing today? Good? Bad? Good? Great? Grand. It often will take a few minutes before people even get on. That's fine. That's okay. Coffee. My first or second cup of coffee of the day. I went to the post office today. End of story. This is going to sound like I'm a terrible son, but I hadn't sent my mother it was her Christmas and birthday around the same time. One of them I didn't get a thing. Or I did, but it was like going to be sent to her. She's hard to shop for. And then after, things got crazy. Still no excuse.
The second baseman.
Since Christmas was...
Newman.
a while ago. Oh, okay, gotta change it so. Here goes old John Lester, who I often talk about being old and worthless. And when I do, he seems to pitch okay. So you're so old, John Lester. You're not. You're a shell of the man you once were. You can't even throw the ball to first. And you just gave up a hit. Well, so far so bad. As the Cubs have given up a leadoff hit. Now comes Adam Frazier, 269 average. Nice. Strike one. I'm very surprised that Kyle Schwarber is still listed as it says catcher as secondary position. Where I can't, it's been years since Kyle Schwarber got behind the plate because of that knee or leg or whatever it was injury at the beginning of 2017 that made him sit out, or 2016. It basically made him sit out the whole year. All right, 0-2 pitch to Adam Frazier. And here it comes.
Nope. Ball one.
This, I'm remembering why I don't wear this jacket very often, is because it's hot. I don't like it. How's everyone doing during the Corona thing? Where I live, they're considering starting to open things back up. That's a little scary. Come on, Rizzo, go two. Gets one at second, and he goes for two. Oh, but they can't get the double play. Can't get the double play. God darn it. But it was close. Anthony got the lead runner, and that's good. Maybe they can turn to two here against Brian Reynolds. Oh, they do get a chance. There's one from Horner to Baez to Rizzo. Double play. That happened too quick for me to say, well. And this is, you like my C-3PO glasses? The first time I'm using it in a while. It's usually on display. I had that and a Darth Vader one. This is for the Mountain Dew. I had an Ewok one somewhere and I can't find it. I'm a little upset. And then this is the coffee.
Leading off.
Oh, this is the water.
The first baseman, Anthony.
So I'm probably going to pee at some point, at least once. Very rarely do I get through a whole thing. That's if I were a real baseball commentator. I'd need to have to figure something out. There'd either need to be a bathroom real close by during commercial breaks, or some bucket system, bucket or catheter or some Gatorade bottle that led into a bucket. I don't know. Oh, Anthony Rizzo! Oh, geez. The shift made that play look real weird because it was an infield pop fly that dropped. He doesn't quite have the speed as of a leadoff man, but like I said, I think they really undercut his speed. I think he's got better speed than 19. I don't know if they. I'm guessing they go by percentile. But I wouldn't think he'd be only in the 19th percentile for like the bottom 19th percentile or whatever. Or well, the bottom 81st percentile. The top. Yeah, you know what I mean. Oh! Schwarber hits a fly ball. 2 down. 4 pitches, 2 down. Trevor Williams is quickly getting through this inning. Wilson Contreras, one of the first times I haven't had him bat cleanup. I'm batting him in 3-hole, which is actually, it's almost a compliment to be in the 3-hole. because it's almost the leadoff guy, but you maybe get a hit more. And he's 3 for 6 with 2 doubles against Williams, so let's every little bit helps, and he's batted very well. I think he leads the league currently in home runs. So yeah, let's see if he can add to that. Oof. And it seems like most games he does something to help them win when they've been winning. The 2-2 pitch to Wilson Contreras from Trevor Williams. And it's a single. When you're batting .363, they're not all home runs, folks. Because you'd have a shitload of home runs. You'd have like 40 home runs. And that would be crazy. And he still's looking pretty good. Javier Baez up. I think he's the type where, and he's on a 7-game hit streak, but he's still only batting .230. But I think he's the type where maybe putting him in the cleanup role, I think he looks at himself as a leader and wants to be the guy to get stuff done. So Javi Baez, his friends call him Joni Baez. Ooh, right there for Javi Baez. It always blows my mind at the pitches Javier Baez doesn't swing at, but the ones that he does swing at. Like, he'll not swing at stuff that's, like, very obviously going to be a strike, but he'll swing at pitches that are, like, 3 feet outside or hit the plate. Like, he'll swing at a pitch like that, even though he didn't. He'll swing at pitches like that a lot. And yet, somehow, sometimes he hits them. Nicely done! He gives it a rip in between the first and second baseman. We got runners on first and second after a very quiet first 2 outs.
The third baseman, Victor.
Now Victor Caratini, who this was very much an executive decision to give him a start. I was unaware that they still had him listed as a third baseman for a secondary position. So he's starting for Chris Bryant. Not great. Those numbers aren't great for Victor Caratini, but I believe in him. And he usually, despite the average being bad, he usually puts together pretty good at bats, because I think his vision is pretty good in this. And his discipline is pretty good. Oh, it's a fly ball, and that's probably going to be caught. It's probably going to be down the line. Caught. Darn near the Bartman territory. A little bit closer in, but darn near the Bartman territory. And that's the end of that inning. Josh Bell's up. Had an amazing first half of last year. Was an all-star. Hit like 27 home runs. And then the last half of last year, fell off. But the overall numbers look pretty good. Ooh, doesn't get the corner call there. I almost should have, what I should have considered doing, it would have been interesting to do at least. Put Schwarber behind the plate, put Contreras in left field, because he can play left field, and put Caratini at third. Oh, a little pop-up! Rizzo's got it. Although it is very interesting that the catcher, third baseman, and left fielder are literally all 3 strings of the Cubs catchers are in the game right now. And making up, if you can make a straight line, catcher, third baseman, left fielder. Colin Moran's up his last 5 games, he's batting .286 with a .237 average on the year. The curve just, the slurve, sorry. The slurve falls way outside. Ground ball to Baez. Baez takes a sweet-ass time, and they get him by half a step.
That is good. The right fielder, Gregory.
All right, here comes Gregory Polanco. He's on a 6-game hitting streak. He's got some power to him, too. I believe early on when the Cubs met him, he did about half of his home runs were probably against the Cubs. I think he has 6 right now. I swear it had to have been at least 3, probably, around there. Maybe it just seemed like it. Oh boy, and he looks to maybe add to that total. It's going deep, it's deep, it's off the wall at least. Is he going 3? No, he stays at 2. That's smart. You never want to make your first out, or your last out at third. You never want to make your first out at third. Second out at third, not great either. You don't want to make outs at third, is what I'm trying to say. Usually not the smartest place to make an out. Make an out. Make an out. Jacob Stallings is up. Enough of my Stallings. Here comes Stallings. 0-1 to Stallings from John Lester. Strike 2, 0-2 count. He was the 7th round pick in some draft. They very quickly brought up that screen and very quickly took it away. Ooh! They're not giving Lester that outside corner, which he lives and dies by. Strike 3! Nicely done. All right, into the bottom of the second we go. Tie game with 2 hits apiece, but no runs to show for it on either side. Here comes Jason Hayward, batting 250. All around, pretty much disappointing year so far. Offensively. Like I said, even though the numbers don't look that terrible, I feel like he don't impress me much this... And right as I say, if it stays there, it's a home run, and it was foul. He started to do a home run shot. I mean, I'm upset because I really want him to do well, but I'm glad because I feel like less of an asshole that right after I said he's been worthless, he really jacked one. But now he's 0-2. So that was just a long strike is what that was earlier. So we'll see what happens here. The 0-2 pitch to Jason Hayward. Popped to the left field side. After the end of this inning, I'll give my friend Caitlin Dorsett a call. Strike 3! Jason Hayward goes from almost hitting a home run to for sure striking out. Looking at it. Looking at it. God damn it. Why am I not good at offense now? But here's Nico Horner, the rookie. Still qualifies as a rookie. He had a cup of coffee last year. Was very good. Filling in for Javier Baez. Sorry, I haven't got a case of the burps. I forgot. I still haven't figured out to... I mean, I should. I know I should. But I still haven't gotten great at hiding my burps.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ooh, strike. Sorry. We're trying to figure out if Caitlin is going to be on Google Hangouts or just my phone.
Oh.
Batting in, the center fielder, Albert Almora.
And here comes Albert Almora, who like I said, I have a soft spot for Albert Almora. So I'm clearing off my...
Ball 1.
We'll see if my friend Caitlin. We'll see if there's more. I guess on my computer, I guess I should probably have a better output for the speakers than just some speakerphone on my phone. But we'll see. We'll see.
Ball! That pitch is out. Nope, that's ball 4.
Ooh, ball 4. Albert Almora takes the walk. I'll take anything that gets Albert Almora on base. John Lester batting .222, which for a pitcher is like batting better than that. Yes, I know. I'm quite the wordsmith. Ooh, John
one.
Lester.
Yep, that ball went out.
Yep, that ball went out. I'm gonna get more coffee here as John, since he's the pitcher batting. I'm assuming nothing is going to happen.
3-2.
Up next to the plate, the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
I was wrong. I was wrong. He got a hit, sort of. I think they. I assumed. You know, like an old friend of mine used to say, you know what happens when you assume things? You look like a fucking idiot. That's what happens when you assume things. All right, Anthony Rizzo up, the leadoff man, and he quickly, let's see here. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, there's Heidi Watney. I'm turning off. Here, I'm inviting Caitlin right now.
Leading off for the Pirates, the shortstop, Cole Tucker.
Nope, upstairs.
We'll see what happens here. Caitlin?
Count is 1 and 2.
Oh, little pop up. Little infield pop up. Oh.
That is not the pitcher, Trevor Williams.
Hello? Nothing. Wait. I think maybe she's just trying to make me look like an asshole. She told me to call the Google Hangouts. Oh, it's
No, that's down.
Or is she sending me one right now? Hey! Hi! Hello? 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 Caitlin?
Up next to the Pirates, the second
Blood.
baseman, Kevin Newman.
Hello? Hello? Just call on the phone. I don't know, she says. Okay. Oh, I've
Oh,
missed
that's old.
outs. Hey!
Hi.
Well, that was dumb.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Oh man, I need to figure this out for a second. I have audio coming through both. This is not good. Okay.
Yeah, you go ahead and mute the, because it's just us. So,
Oh, yeah, I figured it out.
you're not Sawyer Mini, are you? Someone said you have
Yeah,
to answer
that's
the
me.
call.
Yeah, that's me.
Well,
The only
I
time
sent
use
you
Twitch
one
is
though
for my
before you.
stupid
I sent you a
computer game.
thing.
Hmm?
I sent you a Google Hangout link.
Yeah.
Yeah, before you called me.
Yeah, that just invited us to be friends on Google Hangouts.
Oh.
But then you have to do a call.
I don't
when I
know.
joined the call, my mic was muted and I couldn't figure out how to unmute it. So.
Okay. Because then yeah. All right. Ooh, he steals, and he gets there. So how you doing?
Oh, buddy. I'm,
Yeah. Wow. Your almost silence speaks multitudes. I feel like your near silence said so much in no real words at all.
You got it.
Yeah. So we'll give some background on Caitlin. Caitlin's a comedian who used to live in Iowa City, and now she lives in Wichita.
I sure do.
And that's all you need to know about her.
You're right.
No. But
I don't
yeah,
know anything about baseball.
that's fine. Most, half the people that are on this show do not.
Cool.
I almost kind of, I not necessarily prefer it, but it's fun because I like to explain. Because baseball, and it's not like
Yeah, tell me about baseball.
No. It's funny because baseball is such a weird, silly sport that, like, stuff happens in baseball where the umpires don't know how, like, where the umpires have to get together and be like, how do we call what just happened? Like, that happens, like, once every couple weeks.
That's a bad idea for a game.
No, I love it. That's part of what I love about it.
Well,
Sometimes.
if you love it, then that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you that last year, I did go to a baseball game.
Really? Where? Which game? Where?
I went to a Cubs-Cardinals game in St. Louis.
Well, that's a very good one to get to go to.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was a good time. I drank the most gigantic beer I've ever seen, and the Cardinals won in an extra inning. It was pretty exciting.
Yeah. You drank a very big beer.
What?
You drank a very big beer. You drank like
I
a
did.
$17 40-ounce beer or something like that.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That was Bud Light or something.
It was Bud Heavy, thank you.
Bud Heavy. Sorry, Bud Diesel. I apologize for even insinuating that you would drink Bud Light.
Yeah,
But
if you saw me in real life right now, you would understand.
yeah, she's
There's
a
no
little
way I could be
little
drinking.
thing.
One strike.
So
No. I mean that I've gained a lot.
oh,
of
that
weight.
you've gained weight. I thought you were just like. That's okay. That's what I'm really interested to see how everyone is going to come out of. Like, I fail to believe anyone's maintaining a look the whole
A lot
time.
of people are running, man. My dad, every time I talk to my dad on the phone since I moved, he's like, trying to go for a walk with the dog.
Yeah.
And then there are these people out there running, no masks.
Yeah.
It's the same amount of pissed about it every single time.
Yeah, no, and I feel like people are losing weight, and I feel people are gaining weight, and I think the only, like, I'm not gaining or losing weight, but I'm losing a ton of, like, I look like I'm getting fatter, but I'm just losing a bunch of muscle mass. So, like, I get on the scale, and I'm like, all right, but then I look in the mirror, and I'm like, no, that's not great.
Your hair looks good.
Thank you, I did it today. I took a shower, and I put pomade in it,
Wow.
and, yeah, lately...
For all of the two people.
Hey, sometimes it ebbs. There's ebbs and flows, you know.
Yeah.
There's ebbs and flows. It was funny that the guy, like, because I've been posting these on the Shy Cubs subreddit, and one time one guy was like, at first I thought it was a message from like one of the moderators, but it was just some guy who commented, "Please stop posting these on here." And then whenever anyone says anything to me on Reddit that's like mean or weird, I always look at their history of other comments they've made to decipher how I should actually feel about what.
Is it just about you, or is this a pattern?
Yes, is it? And this guy mostly comments on pornography subreddits,
Tight.
where it was like there was literally one.
I wonder if he thinks that this is porn and he doesn't like it.
Yeah, he could barely jerk off to me, I guess.
Just
He,
barely.
yeah, he's like, you either make yourself the full screen or no screen at all, guy.
Titties and nothing, man.
Yeah, because I looked, his last two comments were like, one was like, School Frog, I was getting I was lifting weights, okay, that's all I'll say about that. But anyway, someone commented, the last two things he commented on was like, he was like inquiring, and this is all fine, I just thought it was funny, but he was like, he was like inquiring about how to get a cam girl situation going, like with someone, like
if you don't know, you can't do it.
Yeah, and then
have to ask, that's not a partnership that anybody really wants.
Yeah, and then the other one was on a series of some nude model, and he was like, has she done anything when she's pregnant? That was his question, has he done any, and that's when I was like, oh, not only am I not going to stop posting these on this site, like, I am for sure going to continue doing this until at least someone else says something similar. And people do, there is a definite, I can tell the difference in the amount of views, because it's a thing that has tens of thousands of people. So, like, I get way more views. I don't necessarily get a ton of upvotes for them. But, Kyle Schwarber looking all sloppy in the outfield. What a dummy. You don't know Kyle Schwarber?
Here's the real question. Who are the cuties?
Who are the cuties in baseball?
Yeah.
First of all, they call it the Dream Team. Or the Dreamy Team. The Dreamy Team. Chris Bryant.
Okay.
You should look up Chris Bryant. He's an ex MVP too. He's got eyes like a Siberian Husky. Like a Siberian Husky's eyes inside of a glacier. Those are the kind of eyes he has.
Oh, wait, what's his name?
Chris Bryant. Chris is with a K. You know, dumb like.
Because when you search Chris Bryant, it pulls up a Welsh Labour Party politician and former priest.
Yeah, I don't know what he did before baseball, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't that.
Oh, wow. No, I don't think that's...
You don't find him attractive? What about Anthony Rizzo's the other one that's considered attractive on the team? And he's a cancer survivor, too, so...
No, I don't really like him either.
Yeah? No? Neither?
Too doughy.
Too doughy?
Yeah.
Anthony Rizzo?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're looking at the right person.
No, I am. Maybe these pictures are old.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, alright.
Yeah, but you have a weird taste
Rizzo is a
in
potato.
he's good. Okay. Do you think he's a potato?
That's what this person said.
Really? Alright.
Yeah.
And you spell Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah, check the chat, brother.
Rizzo is a potato. But he's like 8% body fat. How can you be a potato?
His face is an oval, and I can't do an
He's got a
oval
very...
face.
You can't do an oval face? Alright.
Sorry.
It's okay. I mean, I'm not mad at you for having personal views on beauty of baseball players. What about my sister? Always thought look up Mark Grace. My sister had a big crush on Mark Grace when we were younger.
Your phone is buzzing.
Yeah, someone. Let's see. Did someone message me? Like, type in Mark Grace 1980s.
Well, what I don't like is that it shows older pictures, but then it also shows current pictures at the same time, and that's throwing it off.
Sure, if you type in like 1980s Mark Grace.
Victor Garantini.
Ball in.
No? What about Bryce Harper? He's considered good looking, and Bryce Harper. He's like one of the highest paid baseball players in baseball, and he like coiffs his hair all crazy.
This is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
He puts the work, like, he maybe does his hair better than he should be, considering he's wearing a hat and a helmet most of the time. Like, his hair looks...
I admire that. It's like you gotta keep it tight. Even when,
I get it.
Even when it's, so then you can do a dramatic, like, hat, helmet reveal when you, like, whip it off and then your hair is perfect underneath.
Yeah, I think he's also known for that. that like when he's running, like the helmet will fall off, like whoops, like kind of like a nip slip. Like a nip slip type situation, but with a helmet. And it's dangerous too because a fly ball can hit him in the head.
That's a lot less racy than a nip slip.
Who was that outfielder that played for the Dodgers like 5 to 10 years ago? He was pretty dreamy. Matt Kemp? Maybe?
Huh?
A school frog was asking who was the outfielder that played for the Dodgers like 5 to 10 years ago. Who was he? If he was really good, it was Matt Kemp. He almost went 40-40 one year, which has only been done like 4 times. Which is 40 steals and 40 home runs for Caitlin, which is very impressive. Especially nowadays, people don't run as much. But it's all about the home. It's all about the home runs. It's all about the power.
Well, that seems kind of silly.
What? That it's all about home runs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
that shouldn't be the only way.
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. But they also think the balls are juiced because they changed the way that the baseballs are made, where like they're more spherical now.
Okay.
And so the last couple years, like everyone is hitting like 30 home runs, where it used to be like not very many people would do that. So it's getting real weird. But yeah. But let's get back to you. So you're in Wichita. You're living. Do you want to talk about your situation with living with your grandma and stuff?
Yeah, I live with my grandma. We broke her out of she was in like a retirement community thing.
Yeah.
In Texas, in the hill country. So I came to Wichita in the beginning of mid-March and found this place and signed a lease and everything, and then drove down to Texas to pick her up, and then brought her U-Haul back, and then I went back up to Des Moines, got my own U-Haul, and drove back. So I've been now in the house since Easter.
Yeah. I like how you say broke her out of the home.
Well,
like you showed up outside of her window and she had like a bunch of bedding tied to the...
It did kind of feel like that because of quarantine and stuff. Like they weren't allowing people in, so...
She had to meet you in the parking lot or something?
Well, yeah, I wasn't allowed to go inside, so she recruited her friends from the home to help her bring all her furniture down, and then I would load it in the U-Haul because I wasn't allowed to go inside.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You should have went undercover. You're a theater person. Yeah, I could see you being. You could play old.
I absolutely could. I would just have to cover my face with a mask or something.
Yeah.
Because I take good care of my skin, baby.
Yeah, that's fair.
Skin.
That's fair. Do you? I
No, my eyes are getting all wrinkly.
Yeah, I mean, you've always been out in the sun a lot, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That's gonna do, regardless. That's gonna do some stuff.
Right.
And that did.
Yeah, I just kind of accepted the fact that I am probably going to get some sort of skin cancer eventually. So,
yeah.
No matter how hard I try, it's probably gonna happen. So you know what? How about we have fun with it?
Yeah.
I'll still wear sunscreen, but I'm not gonna be fucking crazy.
Sorry, the Cubs are about to score a run, and they do. The Cubs take lead. I'm going to go back to that. Also, Albert Almora has 69 speed. Nice. Yeah, see, I didn't wear sunscreen till my early to mid 20s because my mom said we were part Italian, so we didn't have to worry about it.
That's good.
Yeah, no, and then despite his nice 69 speed, he gets out at second. And then I said something about that, and my mom was like, "We didn't know back then," and I was like, "It was the '90s. Yes, you did."
Like my parents.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. I was like, "Don't say
maybe Italian families didn't know."
Yeah, or maybe she really genuinely believed that, where it was just like, "Oh, we're part," and it's not even like we're I'm like an 8th Italian with some Swiss, and I'm like, so it was It was what I didn't realize that it was as dumb as me to do until I worked at a summer camp and after school program where they were like, what do you mean you don't wear sunscreen? I was like, I just never worn sunscreen. They're like, you really should. And I was like, okay. And then I looked it up and I was like, yep.
I think the worst I've ever been sunburned was surprisingly last year, actually. And my mom and I went backpacking in Idaho.
Yeah.
And I didn't even get sunburned while we were backpacking. It was after. So, like, afterwards, we were staying at this town in Idaho, and I was, like, applying for a bunch of jobs at the time. And so I was, like, sitting outside our hotel room on the computer for probably 5 hours and just did not pay attention at all. And then for the entire drive home, like, my legs would go numb while I was driving.
Yeah.
And,
that's not good.
yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah. Were you dehydrated too, or just like burnt?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I absolutely was.
Yeah, I only remember getting like burnt like once or twice really when I was little. Because when I was little, I used to. That's the other thing I was talking about not wearing sunscreen. Is like I would go golfing, like in the morning, most of the day, and then swim the entire day till nighttime, and just didn't really mess with sunscreen. So once or twice, like my back and my shoulders and my neck got kind of bad. But
It was so frustrating growing up because I have two cousins and only two, and my grandma was Native American, my other grandma, and my cousins, like, you can tell, you know, like they actually look like that.
Yeah.
And so we would drive down to Texas to do like summer vacation stuff, and we would all get in the pool, and I'd have to wait like 10 minutes while mom would put on my sunscreen on. And they're like in there just chilling, hanging out.
Because that ginger gene really took a hold of you and wouldn't let go.
Man, it got me.
That ginger gene didn't let any of your
frustrating.
other genes have much of you.
No.
Yeah.
No, which, like, it's supposedly a recessive gene, but then when you look at me and
Yeah, it looks pretty dominant in you.
Cousins, you're like, that's not how it is.
That recessive gene was pretty dominant in your situation.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God, what was I going to say? I don't remember.
Okay. I'll go back. So do you and your grandma get along? I'll take that as a sort of.
Keep in mind that we're in the same house right now.
Okay, yeah. That's fair. I will stop asking questions about that I didn't know. But that's fair.
I'll text you later.
Yeah. That's good, though. How old is she?
73.
Okay. Oh, that's not... that's not that old.
Until tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow's her birthday.
Your grandma is, like, barely that much older than my parents. Like, 7 years.
Well, because aren't you the youngest?
I am the youngest. I'm the baby.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, the youngest child is the one who's doing an imaginary baseball game commentary right now.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, Kyle Schwarber Kyle Schwarber, we call him dongers here, hits a donger pretty darn far, 432 feet, 111 mile per hour exit velocity. The bullpen does a nerdy dance they like to do. Woo. Yeah, that's the bullpen. The bullpen does a dance whenever their teammates hit home runs because the bullpen has nothing else to do for most of the game. What's in the cup today? School Frog. It is coffee in this cup. And then in my C3PO cup, it is Mountain Dew. And then in my Cubs cup, it is water. So, because of what I'm drinking or just in general? A little bit of both?
Yeah. I made it's kind of like a margarita, but it's lighter.
What does that mean, lighter?
Well, so instead I just use like a splash of the margarita mix, and then I did the rest of it lime liqueur.
Yeah, I'm disgusting though. Okay.
You have coffee and Mountain Dew, and you're drinking them alternately. Like,
yeah.
That's fucking gross.
Well, LaCroix is just like
Ball left outside.
like it's one of those weird ironies where it's like, how can it taste like almost nothing but also be disgusting at the same time?
I
That's
like it.
Ball
that's
left out.
ugh,
Come here, Scout.
if only your dog. We'd like to have your dog on sometime.
Yeah, if you can figure out how to video chat, we can get Scout on.
Can you get him to go?
I thought she wanted to come into my room, but she doesn't.
Aw, that's
What do you know
fair.
about?
We got 3 and 2.
She's having the time of her life here, man.
Oh yeah,
Um,
the amount of loving she's getting.
we
and
have
all this.
we have a fenced backyard for the first time since I got her.
Yeah.
So, like, it's
Javier
just
Baez
dog
gets a hit.
hangout all the time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty dope.
Grandma's teaching
Or no,
her
Wilson
how
Contreras
to
hit, sorry.
garden,
Batter number 9.
and by that I mean Grandma is trying to teach her to only dig
To
where
dig.
Grandma points.
Yeah,
So that's cute.
that is cute. I could also see that leading to a lot of problems later.
Well, yeah, I'm like, Grandma, do not teach her to dig, because what she's digging up right now is what's going to be her garden,
Yes.
but she needs the soil all
Yes.
broken up. I'm like, do not teach her to dig there, because then you're not going to have any fucking flowers.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's fair. Well, so are you?
also, what?
When was? Is there? Obviously, you haven't been able to out there, but is there improv or any sort of? Are you
I
going
don't
to join
know.
a troupe out there or anything?
I was actually just planning on staying with Chowdown and then driving up like one weekend a month to
Yeah.
do our Chowdown
Count 1 and 2.
shows.
Okay, at Teehee's Comedy Club.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then we did our first like live stream show on the 18th.
Okay.
And it actually went pretty well. Like, we had quite a few people that like watched it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everyone else seemed to be adjusting way better to the like online format than I did. I felt like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I
the whole
hate
time.
it. I mean, I'm saying I'm glad that people are doing it, and I like that people want to do it, and I'm glad for people that enjoy it. But
Yeah.
to completely take away the audience.
Right, and then like I was watching today, I watched the Middle Digital Shorts specials.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, I miss that.
Yeah.
Well, and
That
like,
seems like, I know everyone loves that too, but long form 2-man improv sounds like fucking torture to me. And I love both of those comedians. I love both of those comedians. But
they do it so well that I feel like a lot of people watch it and they're like, oh fuck, I'm into two-man.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna do it and it's not gonna be good. And
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know. Anyway, there's this Vulture article about like how like good improv is really good and bad improv
It's
is
really bad.
really bad.
That's true.
And
I get
it's
you.
like I feel like everyone, this should be like required reading for anyone who wants to do improv.
yeah. Well, that's, because I'm pretty, what's the word? I don't like most improv, but that's because when I was
Right.
little, I
I know you told me that
yeah.
all the time
I
when
know.
I was doing improv in Iowa City.
I know, and you're great. I told you were funny. I said that the Iowa City stuff is funny and all that. But I was just saying, like, I didn't realize when I was little that I was being subjected to like the top tier of it.
Right.
So my bar for what I considered good like I was seeing Rachel Dratch when I was like 11, and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's yeah, that would be top tier.
And because we'd go to Second, that was like the thing we would do. We'd go to Chicago, we'd go see a baseball game, we'd go see Second City, and so
that's tight. That
and
sounds like a good vacation.
yeah, and then it was be like once every like in fact the last time I went, or well, we went my birthday last year, but like a couple years ago before that, you know, an example is like if the people that you see on the main stage at Second City are going to be on television shows within 3 or 4 years. Like they just are. Like
Well, and that's another thing that article talked about was that like so much of the time it's like just a step to the next thing.
Yeah.
You know, people don't like dwell on it or stay there.
yeah.
So it's like some sort of status symbol to be like, oh,
It
well, I
is.
saw Amy Poehler at whatever.
Yeah.
But to have like actually famous actors like continuing to do it is a pretty cool thing.
Oh yeah, sure. But that's also that like yeah. No, I totally get that. But and I appreciate that, especially because that's where they and that's also and that's also where they like made their bones in the first, like that's the shit they were doing before they were famous too.
Right.
I don't like all this business of fucking famous people who are famous at everything except for stand up and don't do stand up, like all of a sudden they're like, I get a special. Yeah.
You're gonna want to watch this.
Like to me, like if you haven't been on stage a couple hundred times, like you shouldn't have a special. Like you shouldn't. Like, and people are like, no, if you're good, you're good.
Spencer says it's not fair.
No, I mean, I'm not even like why isn't it? Because like, if I became famous somehow, like if I somehow lucked my way into some bullshit acting thing as a schlub, like funny guy who's like the and
funny
or the
guy.
with, I don't know if I would even like. Don't get me wrong, I would consider it, but like. If Netflix was like, do you want to do a special? I'd be like, man, I don't know. That's not how I got famous. You know, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I heard and I love Broad City, but I heard the Alana Glazer special was really bad.
I didn't watch it because I was kind of nervous about it being like that.
But I heard it was real bad. And same thing with Judd Apatow. Like, Judd Apatow, like, I love Judd Apatow. Yes, School of Rock, money. I agree with that too. I understand. But like the Judd Apatow one was just like he's just famous for like not that he did do stand up, yes, but he's just famous for every other thing except for it in comedy. And so, like to me, if I watch a trailer of someone stand up, if I watch a trailer and I'm just straight faced, like have no reactions emotionally or physically to anything that's said in the trailer of someone's stand-up special, I'm like, oh, this is probably really bad. Because the trailer...
I don't really like externally respond. Like, I don't laugh at movies or shows
really?
Or trailer. No. Not like if I'm watching them myself.
It's harder for me to laugh at stand-up than it is at regular shows, but also it's special. I started rewatching Last Man on Earth recently, and that I forgot how funny that is. Like it was making me like laugh out loud like all the time. Like Will Forte.
I watched some of it.
Really? Did you not like it, or you just?
No, I liked it. I just stopped watching. Is it on Hulu?
Yes, it is all on Hulu right now. By the way, it's Strike 'em Out, Throw 'em Out. I think it was a Strike 'em Out, Throw 'em Out. Sorry, every now and then I'm jumping back to the game. Or it was just a Throw 'em Out. I thought there should be 2 outs then if it was a Strike 'em Out, Throw 'em Out. Unless he just went to the other side. I'm confused. Anyway, sorry, continue.
So when that show was on, I broke up with the person whose Hulu account I was using, so I stopped watching it. But now, she's a rich girl, so we have our own Hulu account.
Okay, nice.
Hello.
Do you pay for commercials? Or just straight up? Oh shit! Not only do you have Hulu, you have the no Hulu, no commercial
No,
Hulu?
I don't pay for no commercials.
Oh, okay.
So I just have the normal. I watch commercials like everybody else. I'm just one of the people.
You know what makes me sad is I was up for this national TV spot. This is the worst part about being like a regional actor who is like that like
Besides
2
all
or
the
3.
other parts.
Yeah, aside from everything. But like when you get like that like 2 or 3 times a year, you get like the chance to audition for a national TV spot.
Yeah.
And like this one was like gonna pay a lot, and I thought I did a really good job, and then I saw and I didn't get it. But now on Hulu, like once a day, I'm having to watch this fucking commercial and it's someone from Cedar Rapids, is because it's like showing where everyone's from, and it's some asshole that looks kind of like me. Like they chose a person who looks a lot like me in Cedar Rapids.
We don't like him.
I blame Christy. Christy's, I'm sure, not listening to that. I don't actually blame her, but I like had my hair down because I was like,
because
it was like a serious sort of thing, and I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't make my hair all fancy because this is like supposed to be at home. It was a U.S. Cellular thing.
Okay.
Where it's all like, do you want to hear it? I might still remember all the lines because, and I knew it's where it's like, times are difficult. The new normal isn't normal at all. That's how it starts. That one.
Yeah. Okay. I'll watch for it.
It'll be like 8 different people of varying ethnicities and geographical locations all saying the same speech. It was one of those things when I read it, I like right away I knew I was like, it's weird they're having everyone read this speech when I can tell it is obviously going to be cut up into 8 different people saying it. But
Well, yeah, they have to find, who's saying the voices.
yeah, no, I get it. I don't know. I was sad though because it would have been a lot of money, I think.
Well, there'll always be other money.
No, that's not true. What are you talking about? There'll always be more money. If there's one thing we know, it's that everyone has endless supplies of money all the time, whenever they would like it.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, School Frog, but I still think you'd think they'd have to give the okay for some, or I don't know. I think the people that do put those trailers together are people that want to be comedians or people that are like involved in editing. I don't know, but no way. Fucking you don't know. No. Show me one person. Tell me one person who's an editor. I feel like they for sure, especially the person who made it, if they're in charge of it and producers on it, they probably will say like, I do or don't like this. Well, I know not just comedy, but a movie's a whole different fucking ball of wax. A comedian could probably say, I want this, I want that. It's just because it's one thing. Because trailers for movies have different types of trailers to get different types of demographics. There's like 5 different trailers for every type of movie to make it look like a whole bunch of different things. I have a degree in movies. Oh my god, when was that? I am an expert in film, Caitlin. Wow.
Oh, that's good.
I know it's not as impressive as having a degree in theater.
I was waiting for that. Thank you.
Man, oh man, if I would have known that a film degree was more worthless than a communications degree, I certainly would not have gotten one. At least not at Iowa.
How could you not have known?
I don't know, because I just thought it would be better. Dave Chappelle doesn't need to fuck with his Netflix special trailer because he's just good at it. I'm saying like I don't know.
Nope, that's fair.
I'm just saying.
I just want to yell, my name is Spencer.
Wow. It's like looking into a mirror that is also a speakerphone of audio.
I know, I'm really I'm good at theater.
Yeah. Jeez, is that a new character you're developing? You should put that in your...
It's called Spencer.
It's called Spencer. Caitlin is Spencer.
I'm gonna do when I get famous, I'm gonna do a comedy special as you.
Yeah? Wow.
To make you very mad.
I like how you say when I get famous. Not an if. There's no ifs. It'll happen. Gosh, isn't it? It is funny that you have to be delusional to do comedy and any of those things.
Yeah, you have to be a level of persistent that I will never be. Like, if something does happen to me, it will be by accident.
Yeah.
And I will have no part of it.
I feel like that's a huge, there's hugely amounts of luck involved to everyone's success. Like,
unless Maria Bamford sees me on the street and is like, I gotta help her.
Yeah, because if there's one thing we know about Maria Bamford is that she's such an extrovert that she would talk to a complete stranger.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
That's the only way it's gonna happen.
Oh boy.
So it's not gonna happen.
I mean, well, now you're getting sad. But I think,
I'm not sad.
But I think Wichita's probably the right move. I've heard the comedy scene there is thriving.
Really?
No, I was being sarcastic.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, it's probably a lateral move.
Yeah, it's lateral in kind of every single way.
Yeah.
It is cheaper to live here, so that's cool. And
Yeah.
the town is pretty nice, actually. Like, all the things that I like to have are here. But it's cheaper than Des Moines because it's not like an insurance town.
Yeah.
It's more of because like the biggest industry here is like aircraft parts manufacturing.
Ah.
So it's not like these are like super white collar insurance people.
Yeah. That's fair. They got everything that you need. They got food, water. I was trying to think of a third really silly thing that you wouldn't actually like, but my brain's not having it. Maybe I need more Mountain Dew. I need to fill up my C-3PO Mountain Dew.
You better do that. I'll commentate on the game.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, nope. You didn't hit that one.
I would love to hear you just commentate, like, with no knowledge, just be like...
All right. Nope, you didn't.
You're like Marge Simpson, where he's like, he tries to hit the ball, and he does hit the ball, and he goes that way.
Since I'm watching on the stream, I'm seeing it, like, delayed.
Yeah,
so
like 3 or 4 seconds. You are seeing about... probably about a 4-second delay.
Oh. Yeah, well, it wasn't in the box. So
yeah.
It's probably good that you didn't hit it.
Yeah. Oof.
You'd have been in trouble.
They popped it up. Albert Almora. Ooh. I won't even tell you the really sad story about him that happened last year. Do you want it? It's really sad.
Wait, like how? Like what kind of sad?
Like about as sad of a story as you could hear about that happened in baseball last year.
No, fine.
Okay. I'll just say a child was hurt really bad and probably has permanent brain damage from a foul ball. Actually, I just told you the whole story. That's what happened.
The whole story,
yeah. And
that sucks.
and he still had to keep playing the game after it happened. He broke down and was crying after it happened, and then he still had to finish the at bat, and then had to finish the game, and you could tell he was just like,
oh my god, that is the worst thing.
Yeah, and he's been really, and he hadn't been doing great at the game of baseball around then, and he only did worse after that. I think he was just
I think we would all be pissed if it made him better, if one of this kid.
Yeah, he hit it was a 3 or 4 year old with a foul ball, and then a couple months ago, because this happened probably 10 months ago. And then 3 or 4 months ago, a story came out. It was that kid has permanent brain damage. Yeah, it's super sad, super duper sad. Sorry for being a bummer. He's still really shaken up, but hasn't played a single game this year. Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, Rizzo gets on base.
Good job.
Yes.
Potato face.
Cold potato face.
Little Mr. Potato face.
Which, and actually, it's Schwarber. The guy that was batting before him, John Lester, who's the pitcher, because they're a little different. They're probably 5 or 6 years different in age. But John Lester, who was pitching, is also a cancer survivor, and he visited Anthony Rizzo, and Anthony Rizzo was 17 or 18 and had cancer when John Lester was just starting to be a base, 15 years ago.
Whoa.
Yeah, so he has a picture of him at the hospital of John Lester when John Lester was really young for the Red Sox back in the day.
Yeah,
it's kind of
wild.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
Yeah, but what else? Do you want to talk about anything? Anything pressing that you want to talk about?
I'm trying to decide. I was invited by a buddy to go out to Montana for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to decide whether that would be a responsible thing to do or not.
You're vague enough about it where I'm trying to figure out responsible a buddy. That seems like a very.
No.
Okay.
No. Not like that. Corona-wise.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Come on.
Well, it sounded like you like I was asked by a buddy if we wanted to go to Montana for a few weeks, and I was like, really? You made it sound sexier than it probably is. I should have known with you.
Sorry, this is my voice.
Yeah. But the yes. But with the population density being so low, wouldn't that be fine? Or is it would you be in group
I
stuff?
think so. Because if I pack a cooler, right?
Yeah.
And then don't stop at gas stations except to get gas and make sure that I clean everything, it should be okay.
Yeah. You're not gonna run into people wherever you're at in Montana. Are you guys just gonna be on trails and shit?
Yeah. Well, we were gonna go on the river.
Yeah, well, there you go. I don't know.
I don't know. It's so fucked up that it's like, since our leadership is doing nothing to help us, it's like, oh,
Now
just
that
make your own
The
decision
second baseman.
about where
Yeah, I have mixed feelings, but I do think it's very stupid how they're saying a lot of things.
It looks like your governor is going off the handle.
Yeah, she's not my governor. I didn't vote for her.
Well, me neither, but
Yeah.
here we are.
I do think it'd be funny if someone's like, I didn't vote for her. I am a Republican, but highly misogynistic. So it was a real tough. No,
I would never vote
I'm
for
not a
her.
Republican. By gum. Sorry.
Where do you think by gum comes from?
By gum. It
Yeah,
was
you said that
about
first.
it was about Gummy Hansen in the 70s, who was a bisexual.
Wait, is this true?
No, I am completely fabricating it.
Okay.
But did it sound true?
It kind of sounded like you knew what you were talking about.
Yeah, that's how I do it. If there's one thing I know how to do, it's pretend like I know what I'm talking about.
48. Richard Rodriguez.
But anyway, I was gonna say he was the pioneer of bisexuality, Gummy Hansen. By gum is what they called him.
I mean, sounds hot, but
John Perez.
Yeah. Yes, with a name like Gummy. Which, by the way, Gummy Bear. Have you ever watched Gummy Bears?
no, I saw that you were watching
You
it,
should
though.
give it a look,
Why?
because it's a fun show.
I got other shit to watch that's for adults.
Ooh, for adults. What does that even mean?
I watch adult TV.
Like what?
I don't know. I just caught up with Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
For adult. Okay. For adults. Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Brooklyn. I mean, I like Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah,
It's very good. It's a show that I think would be very hard. Like, I'm assuming that would be hard to write for that show because there's so many characters that all get equal. Like with an ensemble like that, so many people are sharing so much screen time, and there's like 7 storylines going on at once.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be a nightmare to write for. But it's really fun. I like it, but it'd be
It is
hard
really
to write
good.
for.
They're super talented.
Yeah.
Now batting.
We're writing.
shortstop.
We're writing some stuff for our next shout out show. That's very lots of characters, lots of. Because we have like that intro stuff and act break.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Is it a herald? Are you doing a herald?
No, we don't. No, we don't do that.
I was just saying words that I barely know what they kind of mean.
Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah. No, it's not a herald. But like in the beginning of the show, we're gonna have like a short video, and then like in the middle of the show, we're gonna have like a short video that we're filming here soon, and so we're writing for all that kind of stuff. And it's like a lot like that, like very lots of people working on lots of different things, ensemble-ish.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, cool. Caitlin, I'm going to let you go here. But, so, when's your next show then? Going to be in Teehees in Des Moines?
Some promotion.
Yeah.
It's the third Saturday of May, so May 16th. The group's called Chowdown. We have a Facebook page, and we're streaming through Facebook. So all the shows, even if you don't have Facebook, they're still available to watch there.
Yeah.
I think our last one is still saved on there, so you can watch that too.
So go check out Chowdown.
Chowdown.
Chowdown. Is that hyphenated?
No,
It is not. Is it one word or two?
one word.
One word. Chowdown. Caitlin Dorsett and other people are in it. I know 1 or 2 people, but I can't think of who I know.
Tim and Annalie and Tim
Yeah.
and Cliff.
Yeah.
And
They're
Thomas.
funny.
They're funny.
Yeah.
They're funny people. They're very nice people too. They're very good friends of mine. Okay.
But can I also say, the thing I think would be hard for me about improv the most is pretending that objects are there that aren't there. Like pretending like pretending like I'm driving a car. I feel like the biggest asshole in the world. Like to do like the steering wheel.
Object permanence, but for objects that aren't actually there.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. I feel like such an asshole, and I hate it so much. Like, yeah, I just can't. I can't stand it. But anyway.
Tight.
Yeah, that's for me. Just for when I'm doing it. That's why I couldn't do it.
I'm really good at that, so it's like not a big deal.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. I wouldn't doubt it. Of all the redheaded comedians in Iowa who are part Native American, of all the redheaded part Native American comedians in Iowa that I know, you're probably the funniest.
That's great. I hope someday we can work to eliminate some of these qualifiers there.
Yeah, so what I'm hearing is you should get a dye job. I agree.
Oh my god.
I agree. Let's see what you look like as a brunette.
Ooh.
Actually, never mind. I just put a visual in my brain of that. I don't like it.
I didn't know there are only some conditions in which you like it.
No, I mean, you're fine.
Okay.
You're okay.
I'm putting my Twitter in the comments.
Yeah, put your Twitter in the comments, and if you want to put the chow down thing, do that.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for
Give me a
talking
text
with us.
message. Yeah, thanks for calling.
Yeah, we'll maybe talk again sometime here. And good luck with Wichita.
That'd be tight. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye, Caitlin.
Bye.
Oops. All right, that was Caitlin. The Cubs are winning. Sorry I didn't pay much attention to the game. And John Lester's throwing a gem of a game. I feel bad that I wasn't commentating as much as I usually do. It's hard to have a conversation with somebody and pay attention to baseball. I have a respect for that I didn't previously. Oh, pop-up on pitch 100. And Contreras has it. John Lester throwing a shutout. 100 pitches. Hayward, Horner, Almora Jr. It'll be interesting if the Cubs get anyone on base with Lester's spot possibly coming up, if they pinch hit for him, or if they let old Dan Winkler come in and try and get the save, because he's been the closer this season for the Cubs.
Leading off for the Cubs, the right fielder, Jason Hayward.
One-oh. I got to count 1 and 2.
Yeah, follow Caitlin. We just talked to Caitlin for a while.
No. Inside.
She's kind of fun. She's been funnier. That wasn't our funniest conversation. It's just as much my fault as it is hers. We'll see if she's listening. Okay. I more than anything wanted to see if you were paying attention anymore. I mean, it couldn't hurt. I've been not drunk when I'm most of the time doing these. It's my drinking has went down like 90. Who would have thought that? Oh man, I missed 2 monitors. When I worked at Pearson, I had 2. When I was a shift supervisor at Pearson, I had 2 monitors for a while. That's some good biz right there.
That's in. Ball
I can't. It's so weird because I'm literally drinking like thousands of calories less of alcohol almost every other day. Yet somehow am not really. I don't look that better. I am eating a lot more garbage. Like my drinkings went down 90%, but my eating cinnamon rolls has went up like 500%. I'm not bragging because, like I said, I'm kind of upset that like
The center fielder.
That the scale is similar.
Albert.
The looking in the mirror, it looks worse. All right, Albert Almora's up. Whatever, we're all just gonna be the fucking
Off the plate, ball one.
the humans from Wall-E someday here. Yeah. Your mouth words are bad, your hand words are good. That's fair.
2 balls, 1 strike. The count.
How am I never supposed to say the word that again? That was stupid, I'm sorry. It looks like 3PO's crying. Like there's condensation out of his eyes. Wow.
The pitcher.
Are you Reddit porn guy? I have a feeling that that was just you.
Hitting for the Cubs. Number 17. Red.
Reddit porn guy. Chris Bryant's coming in to pitch hit. See if he can't break this game up. It looks like they are going to pull Lester after 8 shutout innings. He did get a little lucky, though. He still gave up 7 hits. But looked pretty good overall. I'm guessing. I wasn't paying a lot of attention this game. Strike 1 to Chris Bryant. I'm guessing in the bullpen they've got Dan Winkler warming up, possibly Rowan Wick. But here we go. 1-1 pitch. Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 to Chris Bryant, who's on the dream team despite what Caitlin thinks of his beauty. Oh, turned the double play. Gosh, good thing they pinch hit for John Lester. Nicely done, though. Nice turn of the double play. Although I feel like with Bryant's speed, he maybe should have beat that out. At least, but he should have gotten closer in 3 steps.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
Are some of the I-Cubs hot? Or is that just their youth?
Number
Is it just because they're all a bunch of 22-year-olds?
Leading off the pitch, the right fielder, Gregory
That's fair.
Polanco.
That's how I felt about. I hope a very attainable hot. I'm a big fan of attainable hot. It's funny because I used to think, and I know they were still really famous, but I used to be like, oh, Jenny Slate is cute, but she's attainable hot. And then I found out that she dates Captain America. Seriously. I was like, oh, she's with one of the most attractive and, I know. But no, if you just saw her, if she was just a nobody, she's like an 8-ish. Like a little, like a 7.89.
1-1.
If I'm strictly going to be extremely superficial. No, she's very pretty. She's very pretty. Nope. It's the 9th inning. It's important. It's important.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Certainly, for a comedian, she's like a 9.5. But regular person or like actor, she's like around an 8. Yeah, what's asymptotes?
Shortstop, Cole.
I'm glad that I didn't want to be the one to. It's line that continually approaches a given curve but does not meet
Count
it
1-0.
at any finite distance. Oh, okay. I remember that, and I remember pre-calculus. I did. I took pre-calc fucking half my lifetime ago. And then I said, you know what? This isn't fucking fun. You said you've never heard that term. What term had you not heard? Ah. I'm just saying. I like how this is just evolving in like, do you think you could fuck that person? Like strip them away of their humor and their all this and that on purely physical level. Let's say they're a nobody. She's all right. Who do you think? Who do you find to be the most attractive woman? Both School Frog and Sawyer Mini. Who do you find to be the most attractive woman that you can think of in the world? If you have one. You don't have to. You can do 2 or 3 if you don't want to choose between 2 or 3. Ooh, a 50-way tie. Dan Winkler got 2 outs with 1 man on. A very high leverage situation, and we're talking about who we would like to have sex with the most, or who's the prettiest person, lady. Brie Larson, I think, has a lot going on. Like in all the, I don't want to say intangibles, but like, she's like an adorable nerdy, and that's the game! She's like adorable, I know we're being gross, but I still hate the term choice when referring to human beings. I know I'm the one who started it. I know I asked, but I really hate the same pretty choice. I don't like that. Her eyeballs are the most amazing eyes of all time. She's cute, for sure. Yeah, Brie Larson's very cute. I liked her even back in the day, like in Community. She's funny in Community. I like how she's very funny. I think it's amazing is the name from America's Next Top Model. Ah, I see. The Cubs break their 4-game losing streak. John Lester throws 8 innings of 7-hit ball with 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. So somehow gave up. He gave up hits at the opportune times for himself because he had no runs scored. The loss goes to Trevor Williams. 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Dan Winkler with the save. His first attempt in a while, but he gets it. Kyle Schwarber with a home run. John Lester is the player of the game.
As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball.
No, Brie Larson is in Community. She dates Abed for a while. Thanks for womansplaining me. The show that's one of my favorite shows ever. But Allison Brie I used to have a thing for too. Sure. That's fair. I think Alexandria Daddario is probably one of the most beautiful women in the world. I would say. If you're familiar with her. No, you're not familiar, or no, you disagree? Did you ever watch True Detective? The first season of True Detective? She's the lady who's Woody Harrelson's having the affair with. Yeah, I'd say she's pretty good looking lady. That and then the one sand snake from Game of Thrones, the short haired sand snake. This is off the top of my head. Yeah, she's pretty. Ooh, and then in Master of None, the Italian girl in that. I remember reading this article, and I think they took it down because it was before the Aziz thing happened, where the that weird story came out. There was a story where when they were making they kiss in that show, and there was this weird thing where because they were like writing it as they were doing it, and Aziz was like very adamant about their characters kissing. And the actress in it was like, this makes me look like a crazy person because it makes her character like kind of like shuts him, like her character kind of is all over the place in it, right? Like if you watch that show, like she kind of is really flighty and kind of all over the place at times. And I think she had a problem with that where she was like, why would we? And he was like, no, we gotta kiss. Like it's really important these characters kiss here. I don't know if that's exactly how it went down, but I remember it was like him and her and like the directors and producers, and then there was like kind of a conversation about it. Oh no, my fingies! I used to be able to do an okay. It depends. I can kind of get into it. Thank you, but she's very attractive. I like old, like she has that weird, and I know that was part of his intent was like I really like European French New Wave actress looks, like the Italian and French actresses from like the 60s and 70s are like some of the most beautiful women in the world to me. And she has that look very much, I feel like. And she's a good actress too. But anyway, thank you all for watching. The Cubs break their losing streak. John Lester goes to 3-1. He shuts down the Pirates. The Pirates go to 8-21, which is almost exact opposites in records. Tomorrow, hopefully, 21-9. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'll be maybe talking. Who knows who I'll talk to tomorrow? Probably a good chance Gerald gets to talk to. We talk to Gerald a lot in this. But thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you. All right. Well, I'll call you in a second. I have to pee, and I'm ending the thing because the show's over, technically. But I'll call you. All right. Bye.